Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you know that I have started a video series on mini projects using AWS services, and I was actually coding my first project, and which is a text to speech converter using Amazon Polly. Until now, we have seen two parts of this particular project. First consists of the basic introduction of Amazon Polly. Second was the GUI interface. And now in this third video, we are actually going to write Boto3 scripts, which will be using Amazon Polly for the text to speech converter. So without wasting time, let us see how we are going to write this particular code. Now, before actually coding the project, I would like you guys to go to Google and type Boto3 for Poly, and you will be seeing this, official documentation of Poly Boto3. On clicking of it, you can see what all the things that you can do with Amazon Polly, right? So it is also telling you to import Boto3, creating the client, right? And these are the available methods which you can use for performing different tasks. For example, you can create lexicons, you can delete lexicons, you can describe voices, you can synthesize speech, and so on, right? So here what you will be getting to know is, for example, I will be using this particular method, say which says synthesize speech. So if I click on it, you can see how you are actually using it, right? So this is the syntax with which you are actually requesting Amazon Polly to synthesize your speech, and these are the very information that you need to provide, right? And if I scroll down here, you will be seeing the return type, that is how you will be getting the response from Polly, right? And you know that here we will be making use of a client, and client always returns the answer or your output in form of a dictionary, right? So here you can see that the return type is dictionary and the response is in this format, right? So this is this documentation is all is going to help you out while using Boto3 for AWS services, right? So let us now go to our Visual Studio Code, and this was the code of the GUI that we actually created in our previous video. So if I run this code, you can see that here this particular interface has been created in our part number 2, right? Now what I'm going to do is I will be modifying the function written for this read button to convert the text into speech, right? So let us start. Now, in order to use Poly, as we know that we have to import a module which is Boto3, which is the SDK, Python SDK for AWS, right? So we have actually now imported Boto3. Now, the first step that we are going to do is, as we all know, if I was using Amazon console, the management console. So the first step is to log in into our free tier account and open Amazon management console. Now, there are two ways of, uh, actually getting to the management console. The first one is with the help of your root account, and second one is with the IAM user, right? You guys are very much aware of it. So here what I will be doing is I will be creating a session of AWS management console. So this is the variable name. Now I am opening the management console programmatically. So the syntax will be Boto3 dot session. As you know, session is equivalent to management console dot session, and here I need to mention profile name. Now how to create and configure this profile name, I have made a separate video on it in the introduction of Boto3. You can refer to that video as well, right? And the IAM user that I created was demo user, and I obtained the access key and the secret access key, and I have configured it to, in my Boto3, so that I can access AWS services. That is a pre-required step, and there is a complete video dedicated to that step. You can see it from there. But what is this particular step is, this is I am opening the management console through the IAM user, right? After that what we do, as soon as the management console is open, we go to the services and we will be clicking on Amazon Poly, right? So what I need now, I need Amazon Poly console, right, or dashboard. So for that I will be calling it client throughout, and from where I'm opening Amazon Poly, from AWS's management console, right? Dot client, this is the way or the syntax to open the different services, and here I will be mentioning service underscore name, means the name of the service that I'm actually want to call or open up, and I need to specify the region name. See, we have two types of services, regional services and global services. We know that IAM and S3 are global services, so we do not need to specify any region if we open up them. But for all other services, because they are regional, we have to specify the region name, right? So what I did till here in my get text function, I open the management console, the first step, and then I, from the management console, using the client method, I actually opened up Poly in US East 1, which is nothing but North Virginia. So wherever I will be using the services of Poly, I shall be making use of this client, right? And you can see it also over here, right? But we are using it through session, so there is a little bit of syntax difference. Right, now these are all the available methods with us, and here I will be making use of a synthesize speech method, right? So let me just go again to this particular code, and here what I will be doing is, you can see that the text that I wrote in that particular text area is now stored in result, right? But what I want is the response from Poly, right? So I want to input this result to Poly, and I want speech in return, right? So I shall be calling it as response, which I will be getting from Poly, right? And I will be calling it with the help of client. Client is this particular handler for Poly. Whenever I will be using Poly, I will be using the value, this particular value, which is client dot, what I want from Poly is synthesize speech, right? So I want this synthesize speech. So let me just copy it from here and paste it over here, synthesize speech, right? Now what are the parameters that it takes? So again, go back to this documentation and let us see what parameters it takes. So the first parameter that it takes is, let's say start it from here, it need some text to be printed. Okay, so let me just copy text from here and take text over here. So it needs some text to be converted into speech. My text is in result, so in place of a string, I will be writing my result, right? So I need this result. Next, what I require, again go back to over here, is let's say engine. Copy it and paste it over here. So engine, let's say I am taking neural, right? Now again, if I go back to the documentation, it will require an output format. Yes, in which output format do I want my speech, right? So I will be copying it from here and let's say paste it over here and require comma. Now what I want is, let's say these are different formats in which I can actually get my speech. So I want it in MP3, right? Because that is a popular audio format, right? Next, what I want is, let's say voice ID. This is missing, right? So most important thing is this voice ID. Yes. So these are actually the voices which are available in Amazon Poly, right? These are the different voices you can select. This is all voices can be female voices and male voices. So you need to provide a voice ID which says that which voice actually you want your speech to be uh, converted, right? So voice ID, and let me just select somebody from here. um, all right, let's say Zuana. So let me go for Zuana. It's a female voice, and let me just paste it over here. And now let me see whether I have taken all the required parameters or not. Voice ID, yes. Format is MP3, correct. Text, I have put result, and engine I told neural, right? So now with this synthesize speech function, what I did, now it will be, I am opening this Amazon Poly, and now this client is calling the synthesize speech method from Poly and getting or fetching the response and storing it into the response variable. Now this is what we actually did to convert the speech into the text, sorry, the text into the speech. Now what you can do is you can print your response. Now this is a small code with which we have actually converted our text into speech. Now let me just run this particular code, and if I write, let's say hello, and run this function, you can see the output is somewhat unexpected. I was expecting that I will listen a voice hello, but what I got in return is a dictionary over here, right? The content type or the metadata sort of thing. And what I actually want from here is the audio stream. What I want is, I don't want to print this dictionary, I want to hear the voice, right? So for that, what I need to do is, I will be requiring to open up the basic media player that is available in my system, and I actually want to play that audio stream, right? So that will require a little bit more programming effort, because I do not want this dictionary. Why I'm getting this dictionary? Because client always return the output in form of a dictionary. Over here you can also see that the response is in form of dictionary, but what I want is this audio stream to be played on a media player, right? So it will require a little more programming effort and some libraries also to be imported. Now let us see how we can do that. So let me just first cross it, because I do not require this dictionary. So for that, what I shall be doing is, I shall be importing few of my modules. Let us see what I am importing. So import OS, because you may be required some temporary directory on some paths, and then I shall be requiring to import sys module, because that is also from where we are going to get the current working directory and paths as well. Then I shall be actually importing the temporary directory. So for that, actually what we will be doing is, we will be storing the converted speech into a temporary directory. So we need to access that path, so that we can actually access, so that our media player can actually access the speech file, right? So for that, I shall be importing from temp file import get temporary directory. So these are certain libraries that I shall be importing. Right. Now what I want to extract the audio stream. You can see that what I want is this audio stream, right? So I need this audio stream and I want it to play over the media player. So for that I shall be writing, let's say a if statement, if audio stream in response. So what I'm saying is, if there is audio stream in our response, and we have seen just now that it was there, an audio stream object was there, then what I will be doing is I will be opening that audio stream. So with open or with closing, I think with closing. So before that I shall be going over here and importing one more library. So from context lib import closing. Now this is actually this is going to extract an audio as a stream and it is going to close that file. So closing is actually opening the file, extracting the stream and then closing the file, right? So this closing does that work. So with closing, it's just as in file handling we use with open, so it is with closing. What I want is response, and from response what I need audio stream. So with response audio stream as stream. So this is going to extract the audio as stream, and then what I will be needing is, let's say output is equal to os dot path dot join, and I shall be making use of get temp directory, and from that temporary directory what I need is my speech.mp3 file. Now this is the file which is we are actually getting from Amazon Poly. So what I did over here is I extracted the audio stream from response as a stream, and in the output what I actually gave, I gave the complete path of the temporary directory where that particular speech is stored along with its name. The complete path, it consists of the path slash the name of your file, right? So it will be acting as this. So what is output? Output is now will be the complete path to your downloaded speech that you got from Poly, right? Now what next? Next thing is that I want to open up this output. Now this is the file speech.mp3. Now I want to open it, right? So let me make use of some exception handling over here, and I say with open what I want to open. See, this is file handling, and the first parameter that we give is a path. So what is my path now? My path is the output. So I gave output over here and with binary. So I'm writing this stream in a file, and then what I will be doing is file dot write and stream dot read. Now what this is going to do is this will be writing the output as a binary stream, right? So what I'm doing is I'm writing it as a binary stream because I will be reading the binary. The audio is always read as binary audio file, and so this is for writing the binary stream. And for this try I need to put an except block which says IO error as, let's say, error. So what it says that if it is opening, it's fine. If we are not able to open it, then what you can do, you can, raise an input output error, right? So you can actually handle this error, and if there is an error, I want the system to get exited gracefully. So sys.exit -1. So what I did up till here, I opened the AWS management console. From management console, I get access to my poly. From poly, I got the response of my result, right? So the result is this, which I wrote. That is the result, the text. I got response, and from response, I extracted this audio stream, right? And then I got the path in the temporary directory where it was actually kept. Then I opened that as a binary stream, and if there is an error somehow, if the speech.mp3 is not generated, then it is going to raise an error and then exit. So till now I did up till here. Now what I have my file, right? I have my binary file, audio file. Now the next thing is I need to open up my what you say, media player, right? So after here, let me just place an else block over here as well, which says print. See, this is actually the error if the file is not able to open, right? Now I need to put an exception handling if there is no audio stream, right? So this is actually when the audio stream is there. If the audio stream is not in the response, somehow we haven't got the response from poly, then I shall be printing could not find the stream, right? And again I shall be exiting from this system. So this is making our code a little bit of robust, that if there is no audio stream, then could not find the audio stream and exit the system. If there is an audio stream but you are not able to open the file, then also provide an error and exit the system, right? So that is the complete code. Now what I want to open it into the media player, and the system I am working with is a Windows system, right? So I shall be programming for that. Now if sys.platform, now this is something which is to be understood by the system module. If I am working on a Windows system, uh, then what I need to do is I need to open up the media player. So start file is a function which is available in the OS module, and which actually opens up your file from the that temporary directory. So you got the path. So start file takes a path as an input, and it actually opens up your what you say, media player. Now that's it. This is the complete code for using poly for speech, for text to speech conversion. Now let me just run this particular code. Here is my GUI, and let me write something over here. Hello, my name is Anjali. Now let us see what happens. See, the media player is opening.
Hello, my name is Anjali.
See, so here it opened up my media player, and it actually converted my text into speech. Let me just close it and run it again. Text to speech.
Hi, this process converts text to speech using Amazon Polly.
Right? So that was all with a small program which is actually converting your text into speech. And this was my first project which is making use of GUI and a very important service that is available with Amazon, that is Amazon Polly, which works on deep learning mechanism and convert your text into speeches. I hope you enjoyed this particular series and you will be having an experienced hands on session on how to actually make projects out of, your AWS's account. So I hope you enjoyed it. And for more such interesting projects, stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.